Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ. Welcome to the KarQives, the KarQ archives. Today, I'm going to be reviewing some gameplay submitted by lunatunaroll. If you don't know, the KarQ archives is a place where I upload replays / coaching stuff that I do live on my stream at twitch.tv/KarQ. So if you want to get your replays reviewed by me, come on over to the stream, build up the loyalty points, 50,000 for a VOD review, and maybe you'll be up here next time in the next video. All right, so today we're watching lunatunaroll. I don't know the rank. Looks like some Mercy gameplay. We're a little AFK in spawn on Dorado right now. Speed it up. Ooh, got the TP. All right. I've actually reviewed a few Mercy gameplays before already. Let's see. Number one thing about Mercy is that obviously it's not as aim dependent, so the rest of your gameplay should come with your awareness, movement, and your decision making right now. So you're beaming and then you break line of sight. That's good. You're trying to attach the beam. So I don't know if you have to fly up with them there. I think you attach the beam and then you maybe stay on the ground. Oh, they have a fair. You can get out of the directs. But you're doing the right thing here by trying to like attach the beam and just retreat as fast as you can. I'm gonna glide across here, heal the brig. Oh, a nice bounce. Is that intentional? That's a GA bounce. I like that. Not much to say there. Once your teammate kind of fell down and got owned, there wasn't much more you can do there. You held your beam on. It didn't seem like you had bad beam uptime or anything, so I feel like as Mercy, you're at the mercy of your team and how they play, no pun intended. As a Mercy, you're at the mercy of your team. At least that fight, you're at the mercy of whatever was happening. Okay. Okay, so here actually I would pop Valkyrie just because they have this sort of high ground control and you guys were kiting, and because like there wasn't enough pop in this fight, you guys had to retreat around the corner. I think especially like this, you pop Valk here and you stay with your Ashe high ground. Did she fall? Did she make it there? Oh no, she didn't. But in any case, like right around here, this Fair Mercy is gonna get out of control, and I think you staying up in the air with like AoE healing would help supplement a lot of juice for your team. Like your brick kind of bash. Like this isn't up to you. She's kind of just dead there no matter what. But just a bunch of thrown ults. Like well, obviously you didn't pop your ult, so then in that case, like because of the situation, I agree with you just backing up and just retreating and then waiting for the next fight. But then your sim threw away your ult. You gotta just die now to not get staggered.
Did you know you have a free Prime sub that you can use to sync for KarQ?
True. Prime Gaming. Not even Twitch Prime. Prime Gaming. Thanks. 10 months. I appreciate it. Okay. Trying to make it out. Trying to find someone to fly to. Oh my god. At the mercy of your team in a good and a bad way. Okay. Didn't have to do anything there and your team kind of just popped off. All right. So here, fly aggressively with your Ashe. You know. Okay, it's good. You got it. There you go. I like how you're kind of like randomly strafing here, even in downtime. I like that presence of mind to check. Good stuff. Keep looking around. You have nobody really checking the coast side here, which like, because since nobody in your team is surrounding the corner, somebody could sneak up. So just like you were doing, except do it a bit more often. Like, I like how you checked, but you can probably check even more because your Ashe is probably going to be tunnel vision looking down and the rest of your team is here. Until your team confirms that there's all 6 there, like, I know you were already, like, being, heightening your awareness for that, but that was good. All right. Okay. So just be careful of dropping when beaming for that. I think you're still in range to beam because like I do this a lot by accident because I don't have preferred beam on, where if I'm beaming someone else, I fall and then my Ashe isn't aware that I dropped and then I actually don't have a GA back up to her and then she gets shafted. So that was really scary in case you couldn't get back up to high ground and pocket. Like what if she gets dove at such an inopportune moment? If you're able to beam without dropping, you don't need to. Or if you're gonna hop over it, you just hop right back. Okay, so you pop your Valk right there. Oh, you made it out. Okay, thank God. I think reactionarily, you probably could have popped it just half a second earlier. That was so risky. I was so scared you're gonna get caught in that ult. Like the minute you drop down and they're engaging here, your ultimate is basically like, use it like as if you would kind of use a nano boost in a way. Like if you know this team fight's about to break out, like don't hesitate. Because that movement at the beginning will help you dodge stuff. Because if a team fight's about to break out, you know they're gonna toss stuff at you. The worst is if they toss stuff and you get caught in it just because you didn't have that free wing flying thing and you weren't able to get out of range. I think popping that like a second earlier, you didn't get caught in it now, but like that might happen in the future. Who knows? Okay, I like how you're looking around. You're flying here and there, going up in the sky. Nice res. You're re-beaming. Alright, gotta go for your Ashe. So, I think right here, earlier when you're flying, you can see nobody's on the high ground here. You might be able to like hop between high grounds freely and keep that beam attached. Obviously, if the beam is about to detach and you're out of range, you can drop, but like this might be the safest spot you can be in at this point. And those are like I said, aim isn't an integral part of Mercy. It's all about like your movement and how you position yourself. And I think you got shattered afterwards, but like this is where I'd think, okay, no high ground threats. I should probably, if I'm gonna hop between people to reattach beams, I should figure out a way to get up there. If they're kind of low, this is where like learning how to super jump would be very handy. Hopping here, hopping here. I know you hopped in here for a bit because someone was low. That was fine. Like that was good right there. You stay there, like right there. If you're hopping for the Ashe, I probably would have hopped over and stayed up here with the beam attached for a bit, and then you get like a top-down view of the fight too, so you can better like assess your next decision. Like I'm not saying your decision was bad here to go back inside, but more info is key. Like right here. So once the flight was here, I probably would have attached this beam to the diva and then sat behind the wall here. Not because I knew this round was gonna shatter because we saw it, but because like I can keep that beam on attached for one and a half seconds, right? That's the beam natural rate. And if I break line of sight and it breaks the tether, that's okay, because Guardian Angel is also 1 second cooldown. So I know I'll be able to reposition if needed anyways. I would only ever fly up if I know for sure like my team has a numbers advantage and we're pushing them back and we're just getting staggers. And just very unfortunate you got shattered here. I think you guys survive anyways because it seems like you guys have a huge numbers advantage, but yeah, that's scary. Oh, no, almost super jumped that. That was pretty cool. I mean, you guys win this now, and now you're for sure getting staggers. Oh, I'm on the wrong Mercy. What the fuck? Oops. I was on Marina Boo. Yeah, you'd be super jumping from high ground, but keeping the beam connected. Exactly. When you're hopping between them, hopping high ground to high ground, like you always, as Mercy, you have to assess their hit scan threats, right? And they do have a Pharah and they have a Hanzo. They do have a bit now. They're on stuff that could threaten you in the sky, so you got to be wary of that. Like right now, you should be on the Ashe, and you can still be beaming this Roadhog while attached to this Ashe. You'd have to move to the McCree obviously here, and that's fine. Like right there, right there. Oh, help him out. Okay, good. You fly towards the diva. I think you feel like you keep like GAing short and then just not committing to that high ground. And I think you're okay to be up here, to be honest with you.
Did someone call for a lift? Let me
Yeah. Like I said, you can be up with your Ashe and still accomplish healing these guys from up there. Nice super jump though here. There, so that was good. Like this is where you should have been earlier, because look, you can still do everything you need to do, but up here. Go for that res around the corner. Popping Valk after the shatter. Yeah. I know you got scared of the Pharah here, but like I think she died in the previous fight here. But remember, like if Pharah starts shooting you, she has to land 2 directs in a row. And because you're Mercy, if you ever get shot or hit by one, then you can always fly out. It's almost like this Pharah will almost never get double directs on you unless she's in your face from this range. Pharah's less of a threat here than compared to like an Ashe or a Widow that pops up here. That's why I highly recommend playing up here. If their Hanzo's up here and you're the only one up here, then we have a problem. But if you and your Ashe are here, this will help your Ashe push away any of them. And I know you're afraid of the Pharah Hanzo, but if this Ashe has the confidence to shoot him back because you're up here, fuck. I think that would have established this space a lot better for your team. So you can't unfortunately go for the res here. Oh, so once that Transcendence comes out, you gotta flip out, flip back to the beam. I know you're bouncing up and down to stall. Switch to a damage boost here. Let her shoot. See, nice. So this Ashe shot. You're gonna try to jump a little bit. Juke him, juke him. Oh my god, they couldn't get you. Wait, poggers. And you get the res now. Oh, huge. So here's a small thing. When you're flying between people, you can just attach your beam as you go too. Especially if you don't have anybody. Like right there. Small, subtle mechanical thing. Like right now, I think don't fly to this brig. That would be dangerous because then you'd have to be on the ground for another second. But you can fly. You start that GA, but then as you're flying, you turn and look at the brig so to attach the beam and then finish the completion of the flight here. And then even as you're flying, that beam stays attached and you'll heal brig like what? Almost 80 HP, right? 55 HP a second, 1.4 seconds or whatever. Does that make any sense? You can mid-flight, you can change beams. A lot of people like tend to just focus on that person they fly to and forget that they can re-beam someone else too. And it adds up significantly. Like right there, your beam was on someone as you flew. That was fine. But like you always want high beam uptime. Like even before getting in range of this Roadhog, you could attach the beam here since she's in mid-rally, top her up a little bit and then flick back. I mean, the Roadhog died anyways, but like right there, since as you were flying, opportunity, maybe 60 HP, 55 HP a second, 1 second of flight. Yeah, it is significant pocket. It helps a lot. Alright, nice. Yeah, alright, that's fine. You just have to reset here now. Okay. You know, I don't really mind the pistol there. Okay. Probably res that. It's good.
I still have use for you. My healing spell is upon you.
If they pop the Valk, you probably should match the Valk. You pop the Bob, you match Valks here. 100% right there, you match Valks. They Valked. Team fight's engaging. I think you match it right here, especially because you're down one. You need to stall enough for your teammate to come back. Because now you're cut off from this dragon. I mean, it's only Bob there, but I think having that global damage boost. Yeah, huge missed opportunity right now to be Valking, but that's okay. Your Diva gets another 2k bomb. That happened earlier. Your Diva just like tossed a bomb. She got like 4 kills, and it's like poggers. I think it'll be fine here. Oh, look up. Yep, get her. Okay. They have any snipers? They do have a Hanzo, but it's not as scary as a Widowmaker from this distance. Okay, I feel like you do a little float, that'll get a little check so you know enemy positions. And I guess at this point you use your Valk as an emergency button if you need to, or right before the team fight breaks out. Right there, you dodge that? Good. Ooh, we got Justice Rains from above. Nice, just stay on the heal. Nice res. I was about to say you could probably go for a res there because they're tunneled onto your diva, but only in this situation I'd go for it because is this a quick play game? I think it's a quick play game. Honestly, I don't know if I'd do that in rank, depending on the rank I play at. But again, half the way to climb out of certain ranks is to abuse things that like aren't punished in those ranks. As long as you're aware of it and like you don't mindlessly do things thinking it's a good res every time. Okay, so attach to your Ashe. Okay, so right there. So your Ashe getting jumped. Good. Keep the beam on her. Another diva bomb coming out. Is this diva just gonna carry again? Dude, your diva is insane. Every bomb is just getting insane value. But relative to your gameplay, based on just what I'm seeing here, I think now that you have numbers, you don't have to keep falling down here. Just stay attached, and then you can beam the people in front if needed. Because you also do have your Ana alive to pocket the rest of them, I think you'll be alright. Just to stay with your Ashe more often here. But it also, like, this kind of like hard pocketing an Ashe also depends on the Ashe you're playing with. Press TP. Boom. Ooh. Your Ashe seems to be doing fine, so I think you could probably put more emphasis on pocketing and damage boosting this Ashe. I know you finally popped your ultimate, but like, remember where I said there's a missed opportunity to pop your Valkyrie? I think you would have overlapped it and probably would have been close to building your second one at this point in the game too. Like, saving ultimates is kind of important sometimes, depending on how much time is left, but I think you might have been able to lap it. Oh, no, never mind. You used it late last time and you just got it again. Take it back. I do prefer losing games, yeah. What did you say your button pressing was? What's up, Rush? You press super jump. Your crouch is on what button? Your crouch key is your alt key. Do you think... So I didn't realize this was a problem for a lot of people. Some people's hands are really small. That it's uncomfortable for them to stretch their pinky out to control. I don't know. I didn't realize this is an issue. I guess people with smaller hands, and I didn't even consider that whenever I think of the easiness of pressing certain buttons. So you recommend a side button? I agree with that. So a lot of people actually rebind a lot of keys to a mouse button, which is good. Caps lock is also a good button to bind it to because it's not as far. If control is too far, shift might be like the furthest your hands can go. So then you either use caps lock. I used to have a binding on tilde, but I think that might be too much of a reach. Or you use the side mouse buttons. I agree. Yeah, baby Asian hands. Yeah, you gotta... I think rebinding it, because I think the problem with super jumping with alt on your keyboard, like ALT, is that if I'm thinking your thumb is the thing that's reaching it, it's going to be very hard for you to crouch and jump at the same time, since you have to like slide your thumb from there to the space bar. I actually would not bind crouch to alt at all. Shift is GA, yeah, but I'm saying like in terms of what's limited on your left hand on PC. Wait, are you telling me you're using your pinky to press alt? How do you even press WASD? How does that even work? There's no way it's your pinky that presses alt. It has to be your right thumb. That's the only thing that's comfortably like gonna slide down. There's no way that you use your pinky for... Wait, do you actually? Wait, how? What? So you're telling me okay, this is alt, Windows button, control. Okay, WASD is like this, and you're telling me you dig your pinky underneath your hand to hit alt? That just, what? That just looks like it's just cramping. my hand hurts just from trying to demonstrate that. Yeah, that's what I mean. That shouldn't be the case. But anyways, the point I'm making is your crouch is on control. Okay. So okay, that's what I mean. If it's on control, that's fine. That's default. So if you have small hands, control might be hard to reach. So definitely rebinding it to mouse button if you have small hands would be number one suggestion. Number two, I think you hold on to Valk a little. It's a bit too much. Number three, when you're beaming across different people, or when you're jumping across different people, if you have nothing to beam on, try to just find someone. Even if you're moving somewhere else, you can just find someone else to beam on your way up. That's actually a really big, important Mercy tip, to have higher beam uptime, whether it's healing or damage boosting. Even if it seems like not going to get much value, just getting into that habit of like maneuvering around and making sure always someone has a beam on no matter what is like very, very important as Mercy. Because if they're already full health, you can always just be damage boosting because you never know. Then number four, that binding thing might help you make your super jumps more consistent. It's almost an essential tech now for Mercy players. I think every Mercy should learn how to do it, just like how quick scoping on Ana is so essential to the playstyle. Having that super jump like option available for you to maneuver and move around the map is invaluable. You need that. So then I guess the next thing that would come off of that is just general awareness. There's like points where like, okay, your Ashe is up here alone. What's a priority? Do I damage boost her or do I heal? So like in this case, a lot of the examples earlier, you have to recognize who's alive in your team. You have an Ana, she seems healthy, she's not getting threatened, and you have like a tank at half HP. Honestly, at that point, you just let your Ana heal the tank and you pocket the Ashe and enable her to stop them from taking different amounts of space. So I think that would change, like, that's how you like make space on Mercy. She's like weird because she doesn't make space like tanks or DPSs, because you can't just be up here alone usually because you're exposed. She's kind of like a leech. You can leech onto others who are starting to take space and make sure they do get that space and hold on to it. What else was there? I think that's it. Yeah. So the beam up time, flying around. Lots of like you go up here, but then you kind of drop a little bit, and then like hopping from high ground to high ground when you recognize they don't have a certain threat is very, very important. You just don't want to be in range in as many abilities as you can. Like obviously if you're in range of the Pharah and Hanzo, yeah, up here is dangerous, but like when they didn't have it, then you don't want to be on the ground because then you're in range of getting shattered or whatnot. So yeah. Look at all the chat, so helpful. You guys are so nice. Look at all these suggestions on like how to rebind it. Neandra's a Mercy specialist. Watch Neandra videos. That was a very rough VOD review, but hopefully that was helpful. Seems like chat got you covered though. They're all suggesting alternatives if you're struggling with the super jump. Anyways, what's the chat? What do you think this Mercy gameplay was? Honestly, other than that, I thought it was like pretty good. You seem to have like quite decent awareness. You're like looking around as much as you can. You're aware of being threatened. Because remember you told me like you were really scared of the Hanzo and Pharah. Like you're aware of what can kill you, but I think there's not enough awareness on the opportunities and advantages you can press. They give a very like defensive mindset on Mercy, which is a good thing. You don't want to die, but at the same time, you got to find those opportunities when it's appropriate to damage boost and maneuver and stand on certain areas that aren't being threatened. If that makes any sense. But yeah. Say plat gold. I would say this is probably plat. But this is a quick play game though, so the variance and the like how much you're getting threatened is dependent on this. All right, what was your rank? The chat's guessing mostly gold. What'd you say you were? Did you say you're plat? High gold. I don't think this is gold. I think this is better than gold. You're looking around. I've seen some gold Mercies. They actually AFK beam. If you are, you have the potential to be plat, if not low diamond. High gold, low plat. Okay. Well, thank you for submitting. The safety thing is in. You're aware of that? Just where to press them. Where do you press the enemies when they start bleeding? They're bleeding out, you have an advantage. How do you make them bleed out? That's such a morbid way to think about it. That was the best example I can come up with. But hopefully you found that insightful.